Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello friends and my lovely viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we will check out the new Cith clan of Bloodline. These champions are part of the warrior class, and they look very much like cats, not gonna lie. They got cat ears, cat tails, and even tattoos which looks like tiny little whiskers. I cannot say that I'm very impressed with their looks, but I am excited to see if this clan will be good or not. So yeah, let's start off by checking out their clan trait before we move on to their skills. Their clan trait is called Obliterate, and at level 18 this is what it does. After the champion releases its ultimate skill, the damage will be increased by 21.2% for 6 seconds, and this effect does not stack. I really like this one. A damage buff like this can work for a lot of different champions, and I believe the ultimate that activates it will also have the buff included. That is at least what it looks like from the description of the trait. Regardless, I'm giving a thumbs up to this clan trait. It is just the perfect type of buff for high damage dealing champions. Anyways, this being said and done, let us move on to the skills of our male champion. Our male cat's active skill is called Rift Slash. He will slash at enemies in front in a semicircle area, guaranteeing a hit. This attack deals 800% of his strength as damage. If the attack hits an enemy unit, he will enter an enchanted state for 8 seconds. During enchantment state, the basic attacks and skill damage turns into true damage. While this active skill is activated, our male champion is immune to control, and each enemy hit during the slash will regenerate 18% of the missing constitution. Okay, sounds nice. He will for sure hit an enemy with 800% damage of his strength. Then he enters an enchanted state for 8 seconds, where basic attacks and skill damage turns into true damage. True damage basically bypasses all forms of damage reduction. While the active skill is going on, our champion is immune to control. I'm assuming they meant control effects. Additionally, every time the enemy tries to attack our champion during the slash attack, 18% of our male cat's missing constitution will be regenerated. I hope this made it a little bit easier to understand what is actually going on. I honestly like the idea of him being immune during the slash effect, and the damage it deals is quite decent in my opinion for being an active skill. The real hype of this skill is the true damage effect, which lasts for 8 seconds. I feel like if you have the right passive or ultimate, this true damage part can potentially boost up his damage in a way. But well, let's see the passive skill next. Shadow Devour. Every 9 seconds, he will automatically steal the soul of a nearby enemy, which increases the enemy's damage taken by 25% for 5 seconds. Our male cat also deals an additional damage equal to 6% of the enemy's max constitution. This goes up to a maximum of 2000% of our champion's strength, and the damage dealt converts into a shield that protects our champ and lasts for 7 seconds. If our male cat's constitution is not full, then 40% of the current shield value will be converted into constitution every second. During the enchanted effect, all skill damage is converted into true damage. It is looking quite promising so far. 9 seconds can be a long wait, but I at least like the effect of his passive skill. He makes the enemy vulnerable to attacks for 5 seconds, deals damage according to the enemy's max constitution, and the damage dealt becomes a shield for our own cat champion. And of course, like mentioned, he will also use some of his shield to recover lost constitution, if he lacks constitution that is. Let us move on to the ultimate skill of his to get the whole picture. This one is called Meteor Strike. Our male cat will plummet into the thickest concentration of enemies, deal 600% of his strength as damage, and knock up the affected enemies for 1 second. This knock-up strike reduces the enemy's damage dealt by 25% for 4 seconds. And the moment the enemies land, our male cat will perform a guaranteed slash hit in the nearby area, which deals damage equivalent to 12% of the enemy's max constitution. This reaches up to a maximum of 2000% of our male champion's strength. While in the enchanted state, each enemy hit during the slash regenerates 18% of the male cat's missing constitution. And once again, like mentioned in the previous skills as well, during enchanted, all skill damage becomes true damage. I don't know why this is being mentioned in all of his skills, but at least we will not forget it anytime soon. So, I don't know about this ultimate of his. It sounds kinda simple and underrated in a way. Perhaps it is because the damage is being dealt a little differently, cause it is kinda dependent on how much constitution the enemy target has. And he also deals true damage if he is in the enchanted state, which means the attack ignores the enemy's defenses. This means that our male cat here deals hidden damage, and it makes it hard to tell how great he really is, or how bad he really is. It is kinda hard to know since it also depends on who the enemy is. What do you think about him as a whole? Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let us evaluate him in the back of our heads while we check out the female next. Her active skill is called Greatsword Frenzy, and this is what it does. After a brief charge, she will swing her greatsword to slash twice forward. These attacks deals 400% and 550% of her strength as damage. If she is an enhanced ultimate state, she will perform an additional side sweep, which deals true damage equal to 12% of the target's max constitution. This goes up to a maximum of 2000% of her strength. Our female cat also becomes immune to control effects while casting the active skill. And while enhanced, each active skill hit interrupts the target. Sounds like we're up to a good start. She will deal quite a big chunk of damage if we add it up. And she also has a chance of dealing true damage if certain criteria are met. And additionally, she is immune to control effects while the active skill is going on. And while enhanced, each attack from the active skill will interrupt the target. I also really like that part, not gonna lie. I'm getting the gut feeling right now that the female may cross the male in terms of greatness. But we still got a couple more skills left, so let's go. Bloodseal Strike is the passive skill of hers. Each basic attack has a 70% chance to change into a powerful strike that deals 350% of her strength as damage and interrupts the target. During battle, the enemy gains something called Blood Mark every time they cast the skill. This mark is non-stackable, persistent, and can be dispelled. When our female cat strikes the mark-inflicted enemy with either heavy strike or skills, the attack will ignore dodge and guarantee a critical hit. And our female champion also restores constitution equal to 70% of the damage dealt, and of course the mark disappears after being triggered. I just have to ask myself, does this mean our cat champion is the only one who can trigger the blood mark? Or can any champion of ours trigger it? The description was a little bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure she is the only one who can trigger the blood mark. It would be weird if that wasn't the case. But well, I am liking what I see here. And to be honest, I think she has a great potential to deal huge amounts of damage, cause now we have a chance of critical hits too. It is a nice addition with the true damage possibility of her active skill. And the enemy usually casts skill attacks often, which means they would be inflicted with blood mark most of the time. This is just purely theoretical, by the way. I don't know if this is exactly how she will be on the battlefield, but it is possible. I will give this passive skill of hers a thumbs up for now. Let us check out the ultimate next. This one is called Blade Awakening. Our female cat will unleash the seal power within the greatsword, which immediately applies blood mark on all the enemies and refreshes the cooldown of her active skill. She also enters an 8-second long enhancement state, where the probability of the basic attacks triggering a heavy strike will increase by 100%, and the blood marks that are on the targets will not disappear when triggered. During this enhancement, each trigger of the mark will permanently increase our female cat's strength by 2.5% and critical damage by 5%. This can go up to a maximum of 20 times per battle. Okay, this sounds perfect with her active and passive skill. The blood mark already allows her attack to ignore dodge and deal critical damage. And with this ultimate skill, all enemies will have blood marks that cannot disappear for 8 seconds. Heavy strikes are more likely to occur, and our champion gains permanent strength and critical damage that adds up for each time our cat launches an attack, obviously within the 8 seconds. It sounds great, don't you think? With everything added up, she can deal a lot of damage in the end. I will admit that I'm already kinda leaning towards the female. She looks slightly stronger than the male in my opinion. But it is just my own thoughts from what I can see, so I don't think I will be summoning this time, cause I rather wanna wait for a potentially stronger clone. This clone is still good though, I just think they may be more on the average spectrum. I got the vibe that this clan is a filler clan, if you know what I mean. They didn't even put a super high effort on the looks. So yeah. Anyways, this is all I had to say for today. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, subscribe or comment below if you have any questions. You can also share the video with your fellow Bloodline friends if you want to. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye!